All right.
You're
Okay,
muted.
I don't know what happened there. I was muted. And I was muted.
I thought we were all muted.
Oh, this is going to be a very interesting show, folks.
Time to get rid of
Snowstorm
StreamYard.
is
Do
muted.
do do.
I don't know why are people still muted? There we go. Snowstorm, you're still muted.
Oh yes, I was muted myself. I wasn't sure we were going to talk this yet.
All right, we can talk.
Okay.
You know, it just showcases how crazy this show is going to be. Of course, the beginning of the show actually makes sense because we made the beginning of the show because we were doing a special intro for Anime NYC, and we just love the intro so much we've kept it.
I wanted to ask because there was the song itself has a very anime intro feel.
Dude, we have a friend who does music, and she made a theme song for Bitten Apple specifically. That's why it feels so Bitten Apple and it feels so anime. Because I told Jolene, what I want you to do is make like an anime beginning, but it's not an anime beginning, and at the same time, it's Bitten Apple, and that's what she came up with. She did a great job.
Did she mean to have the chorus almost sound like NYC at the end? Because it kind of sounds like towards the end of a particular portion, you could literally say NYC.
It's possible because the video I did.
That sound like Anime NYC.
Yeah, NYC. I was like, oh, I could hear it. There's no words in it, but you can hear by the chorus, the notes that it sounds like a piano version of someone saying NYC, which is incredible.
And it's possible because I gave her we had a theme song before, and we didn't have a theme song. We had a theme or an opener before that was very Anime NYC based, and I sent her that, and I feel like she worked with that to make the song.
Yeah, the one before it had we had a version with the Kill la Kill theme. But
with the Kill la Kill.
We can't use that, but we found something.
We used it once, got a copyright strike, and then we were never able to use it again. And then Nathan was able to find another song that we could use.
It is awesome. We should show it like on our final show, baby.
On our final show.
Oh my god. Oh man. We are so giddy. I'm already tired, and we haven't even started Anime NYC, which starts tomorrow.
How much sleep are you planning on getting tonight?
The good thing is that tomorrow we it starts at 1.
Tomorrow's a pretty easy day. Like there's no panels or anything, you know. So
okay.
There's like panels at night. I think there's like 2 panels at night, so it's easy.
Yeah, usually what happens we end up
when you wake up, just go pretty much.
We end up running into each other on Thursday. Any other plan for the rest of the week doesn't work.
Yeah.
Because Thursday is a light day, right? That's that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like the only thing we've been able to do is we go, we're all going to the same panel on Saturday. Let's meet up.
So but the last year the 2 times we met were on Thursdays for New York Comic Con and Anime NYC.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, it's the same spot, and we have trouble meeting each other. The place is, but it's like huge, and there's people everywhere, and it's crazy. So, you know.
What about the press events? You all don't meet each other at the press events together, like interviewing individuals.
Well, you all have like.
You used to do that, right? Like I think when
I do that.
I think they did 1 year when I joined. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, when we first started, we were still acting like the old company. But then I was like, I want to be on the floor. I don't want to be waiting for hours and hours just to talk to some guy from some TV show that doesn't need the press.
No, that makes sense. Okay. So you do press. Oh wow, that's a different strategy. Sorry, meeting people I know who do press. They're normally individuals that go to, like, as you said, the TV show locations, and they'll go to a particular area, and then they'll
and especially when they let us in this press, because they haven't let us in this press in a while. But when they let us in the press, we would do those rooms.
Wait, why are they not allowing you to do that now? Why would they change?
I feel they don't like me. The guys say, "No, that's not it, Ralph."
So my understanding is that New York Comic Con never allowed us as press, and it's like New York Comic Con people, even though Anime NYC was part of NYCC, they broke away.
Yep.
stuff happened, and now NYC's former NYCC people are running Anime NYC. So
wait. So
whatever they had against Ralph, they still have daughter. Who knows? We don't know. Like,
wait, so
they'll say that we're not big enough for them, but then they'll have people that are smaller than us.
That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Is it? So when you say they split ways, because I know that NYCC is owned by Reed Pop. Does that mean?
No. That's I think it's Left Media. Reed Pop is NYCC.
Yeah, NYCC. Yeah.
I think Anime NYC is like Left something. Left.
Yeah.
Okay. Something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's two different companies.
Yeah, two different companies.
It was great. The guy who was in charge of the show, he loved us. He would get us in.
He works in the what's his name? Larry. I forgot. He works in the Japan Society now.
Yeah, he's in Japan Society.
Yeah, he's still on the board, but he doesn't run things. So.
Oh yeah. Well, he runs Japan Society, so he's busy.
Oh yeah. But he's still on the Anime NYC board, but he doesn't like.
Oh yeah, he's still there because they're inside Anime NYC doing a bunch of other things.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. All I know is that Reed Pop doesn't like me. I can't tell you why. I can't tell you any of that stuff. All I know is that Reed Pop doesn't like me.
Wow. Okay. I've heard some. I will say it because these.
See, you shouldn't understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I've just heard some things. That's all I will say. I just heard.
I mean, well. I'm not gonna get too specific, but you know anything about it. You know how this space is. Like if you interview some person or one person, they think, "Oh, you're part of this group. Oh, you're part of that group," and then which is crazy. You shouldn't interview anybody about any. We're just talking about comics. We don't care about what you're political or it doesn't matter. We're just here to talk about comics. We don't care about your political, religion, or any other stuff. So it's insane. You should be able to interview anybody, but it is what it is.
It is what it is, folks.
Interesting.
I don't know if it's the same in the States as it is here, but to get into some, if you want a table at some of the cons here, you have to fill out a sheet to explain your sexual preference.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, where do you live at?
The con I'm talking about is in Toronto. I'm in Canada.
Oh, Canada.
So I'm like 2 hours outside Toronto, but that's like my hometown, so I go there a lot. And
isn't there a Reed Pop comic convention in Toronto? Oh, yes, I think yes, because I was thinking about attending there one time to give me an excuse to visit Canada because I never got the chance to go to Canada before. And so that's why when you mentioned that, it's I think it's I forgot what it is too. It's huge though. It's like the biggest one in Toronto, I think. Actually, that's a good question.
You guys know more about the country than I do.
If you figure it out, put it in the comment section.
Oh yeah, I'll put it in there. Toronto.
We got Fan Expo here like next week. Fan Expo Toronto.
Another one of the big ones.
It's pretty big. It's like 120,000
That's
people.
ago, isn't it?
Oh, Mark.
Yeah, Fan Expo has gotten really big. They're all over the states.
Yeah, I can't get a table though. I can't even get a response. So.
What?
I think they're just full up, right? And people who get in, they book right away after the show is done, and they stay in. So once you're in, you're in.
Yeah, Fan Expo allows you to sign up right after the show finishes.
Yeah.
That's how San Diego Comic-Con is. Yeah. The minute you started that sentence, I was like, oh, so it's like CCI. Got you. Yeah. See, San Diego Comic-Con. That's why it took me so long to get in, because I was applying for like 3 years straight. And finally, the third year, they finally allowed me through because I guess somebody must have had a cancellation. So I'm like, I'm never losing this booth for 10 years. So I understand your struggle. Hopefully you find a spot.
Well, I'm going as a fan. So I've been going there as a fan since for over 30 years now. I think it's been going.
Oh, nice.
So yeah,
wow,
long time. And but yeah, no, I don't know how it is. Like, I'd like to table there to see how So-Called Living would do at a bigger con. And also introduce to newer audience, because mostly I've done just here in London, Ontario, where I am now, and everybody knows me already. Everybody's seen it. So if they're like, it's some new books, it's not really worth it.
We got to seduce you to come to the States.
Yeah, I'd like to, but for me to go there, it's got to be somewhere where I have a place to stay. I do have some family in the States, so as long as it's near there, I could probably to make it worthwhile, because our dollar is crap. So if you do come to Canada, you live like a king here.
I have a couple Canadian friends that told me the same thing.
Well, the people up in Canada are so much nicer than the people in the States too. That's the other thing. So it's really
well, for the last few years, I've been living in the basement, so I have no idea how the people in Canada have changed over the last 5 years. So,
oh my god,
I've been bunker life. You know what I mean? Like the bomb might as well have gone off outside.
You wouldn't even know.
I would have no idea. My life is just here in this little space.
Oh wow!
And you do your show from down there too, right?
Yeah, my studio's just over there, which I haven't done much because like the kids have been keeping me busy. It's been crazy, like year and a half. So I haven't done much of the show. But in the next, I got a few projects that are all wrapping up. Once those are done, I plan on going back, getting the show back up and running again. Because we got a good audience there, and I feel a little bit like I'm letting them down, because I haven't put out a video in a while. So,
and they like following you. They like what you do, and well, tell the people a little bit about what you do, other than run so-called living.
Yeah, well, there's a few things. I was talking about the YouTube channel. So I have a YouTube channel called Board Game Coffee, and we've been around for a while. We do reviews. Well, we don't do a lot of reviews. We do some reviews, previews, how to plays, playthroughs, etc. Mostly it's been how to plays, which I prefer doing. So I like those. So yeah, check out Board Game Coffee on YouTube. Other than that, my day job is a video game designer, starting a video game company myself, actually. It's in the throes of starting up at the moment. So it's I gotta wait till that kicks off. I also have a comic book, So-Called Living, which this is my bunny cover, which I did. I'm the writer, but I did this cover. And Marco Leone, he does the interiors. So this is book 4, and we got here's a collector's box that's coming out. This is the prototype collector's box. So the colors are different in the final. Like this white is all replaced with like a grittier, dirtier color. And there's a little more depth on all these guys. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's like a slip cover. So like this thing comes off tightly.
Oh,
that slides off, and then you get access to your books here. So this is because we don't have a trade. So we thought, let's make a collector's box so when people get the set. So if anybody buys these whole set, they'll get the box. Or if anybody buys the last 4 books, they get the box, because most people already have the first 4. When we go to a show, when we table, rarely does somebody buy just one. So it's safe to say to make sure that the people who were invested in the book early, I don't want to screw them out of a box. So basically the rule is if you buy the last 4 books, you get the collector's box for free. So
that's the way to do it.
Yeah. So that's and if you notice, there's even bunny themes on this. There's like bunnies everywhere. So because of all this bunniness, we've put out this little guy.
Oh, he's so cute.
He's adorable. He's got the floppy parts, his floppy limbs. They're weighted, and he's like got this embroidered bunny brand, which is our bunny, our plushie brand, and this is our first flagship plushie. But the key thing with these guys are not only are they from So-Called Living, but they have these leather tags. And these are like good quality leather tags that are like riveted on there, like on there for good. And you can get a custom name added to them and a date. Wow. So in this example, it's Allison and her birthday. Allison's a character in the comic book. And we have it's numbered. So there's 1,500 of them, and there's a seal for the set. This is just a prototype, and it's up on Kickstarter now. It actually went up on Kickstarter yesterday. So and it funded on day 1, which is nice. Great. And it looks more impressive from my end because I've got Canadian dollars, so that's like over $1,500 for me. So but either way, we met our goal, because our goal here in Canadian dollars is 1,000, but here's like 720. That goes to tell you how crappy our dollar is. So wow. What's great though is for our American audience, these things are a steal. Actually, could you scroll down? I'm very curious how much one bunny is in the States, because it'll convert it on the side.
Oh, look at all the bunnies
on the side with the backer thing.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, because it's 35, but for you guys, it's what?
26.
26. So
that is a steal.
$10 difference.
That's a steal.
Yeah. So So yeah, so you get that. So people get the bunnies, and you can get up to 4 in the same box to save on
Ooh.
shipping. But I'm gonna give you a warning: once you get past 2, because that box was designed for 2, and originally we calculated the shipping, we were like, what if people want more? I feel like they're paying too much for shipping. So what we did was like, you can fit up to 4 in a box. They're a little squished, but all you got to do is just you can get them home, just plump them up a bit. You know what I mean? They'll be good again. So, but it's better that way than paying like double shipping. So like anywhere in Canada is like $12. In the States, it went up because of the tariffs. So it's like for 4 bunnies, it's something like $25 or something for the States.
It's not that bad.
That's 25 Canadian.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually pretty good considering I've bought some books from the States where one issue cost me $25 shipping. So to get it from the States to here from Kickstarter. Yeah. Oh, and there's the panel where the bunny is first mentioned in So-Called Living. It's book 8.
I know the bunnies are a little bit of a secret. What can you tell the people about the bunnies?
Well, you learn more and more. Like if you read the book from issue 1, because there's only 8 issues in the series, so 8 issues, the story's done. And the main story, the bunnies aren't even the main story, right? They're like a global phenomenon. The background of like Jack, who's the guy in the red hoodie. It's his story, and it's his life. He gets turned into a vampire. His life gets turned upside down. He calls to his friends for help. They're like no help at all because they're idiots, and he ends up getting hunted down by the mob, where they want to just chop him up and sell him on the streets as like a premium high. So, and he's trying to get his life together while he's being hunted down by the mob. And for most of the story, he doesn't even know he's being hunted down by the mob. So it's one of those things like every issue they get closer, and there's a lot of cool characters, a very character driven story. But in book 8, which you see, this is a panel from book 8, doesn't spoil anything. One of the characters that you meet later on, I think you meet that character in book 5 actually, that hasn't shipped to anybody. Well, the digital copies have shipped to people, the physical ones haven't. Yeah, you meet her in book 5, and when you see her again, she has this bunny, and she says, "My grandma gave it to me. It's a bunny brand bunny. It has my name on it and everything. It's in the panel, right?" So we thought from this we would just make the actual bunny. I was like, let's just make it. So and that's it. So that's So-Called Living. It's been doing really well, and
so Yami says for your information, the Kindle version are all together about $20. So I decided, so I picked them up all, and I can read them later. Very cute. Okay, good night.
That the Kindle version of So-Called Living?
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Because my wife handles all that. So if those are selling at all, I have no idea. I set up the digital files for her, and in the beginning she's like, they're too big, they're too small, they're blurry, they're too big again. Okay, now they're good, but now I need you to remove the cover. Okay, now I need you to put the cover back on. The cover needs to be a separate file, the cover needs to be a combined file. And I was like, this is driving me mental. I was like, I'm just gonna give you 20 different versions, use whatever ones you want. so she handles that.
That's
so
the
that's
best
awesome.
way to do it, man.
So thank you very much. Yeah, it's they're out there digitally, so you can get the first 4 books, and the next 4 which finishes the story, are coming out very soon. Like, I'm just waiting for the final touches on book 8 to send them to the printers. So it's just like,
I love this. In a world full of monsters, everyone is scared of the bunnies in So-Called Living.
That's her. There's my wife right there, Brittany. So
you said her name and she appeared.
Yeah. So yeah, it's true. It's like in this world, like there's werewolves, zombies, there's vampires, there's all these monsters, and they're just everyday thing. It's a world's just like ours, except for all the monsters. And it's very commonplace to come across a vampire and a werewolf, and it's no big deal. Killing people as a vampire is still a big deal. There's still murder. But it's still done from time to time, just like we murder each other from time to time. It happens. But yeah, everybody's kind of got a dark view on death because of the way this world is. Like, people get killed, and the person, there's one, I don't want to spoil it, but there's one person that gets killed early on, and she comes up later, and the reaction is just like, meh. It happens. Like, there's worse things that happen. Yes. Like I think Jack describes it like, you know what's worse than that? Getting your fang stuck in your t-shirt, and he's trying to take his t-shirt off and gets. So that's kind of like the humor of the world. It's a dark humor. But yeah, and from that we're moving on to these things. So that's pretty cool. And that's the big thing happening now. Like I said, the Kickstarter's been up for 24 hours now.
I gotta say, I love the mystery of the bunnies.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We as you read the story, you learn more and more about them, and you learn like why you don't know why everybody's afraid of them as the reader, but everybody in the world knows about them. But we never come right out and explain it. So you just get a bit of information, a little bit. Like one of the characters wakes up and he's missing a finger, but it's beside a bunny. Did the bunny take the finger? Is that why it's there? So he freaks out. And there you see these odd scenes where it's like, oh, it's a bunch of bunnies. Oh, they're gone. Oh, chaos in their wake. But you never actually saw them do anything.
I love it.
So that goes like that for a while. So they're very mysterious. And there's more things. By the end of the 8 books, you're gonna have more questions about the bunnies. Like they do. So there are some, I guess, some plot points that like the story does wrap up. Everything wraps up nicely, but there are some things I put in there for future stories that I already have set up. I don't have the scripts written, but I do have them plotted out.
So these are like some like Monty Python bunnies, like those. Just
Kinda, yeah. Except every time they're like the Monty Python bunnies, but every time you see them, at least early on, they're always just like cute, just a cute pile of bunnies, and there's tons of them. And like they're on the news. There's like special squads out to get them because it's not just one bunny. There's like thousands of these things, and they show up on satellites as like these white blobs on the map. So they call them white spots. That's like the terminology for the sightings on the map. So when the satellite picks them up, they're like, there's white spots, and by the time we get to them, they're gone because they're very much like Batman. Like they come and they go. So I shared one early concept photo of it's like a tidal wave of bunnies and characters just like running away from them, and that's on our Instagram somewhere, and it's just like a sketch. But that's that was I shared that to give people ideas. Like this is the kind of bunny action you're going to be getting. Starting I think it's like something happens in book 5 that kicks it off for the rest for books 6, 7, and 8, where you're going to see an exorbitant amount of bunnies coming up. So yeah. It's fun. It's a great story. And I like that we've established fans. I shared my first like fan art. You know what I mean? Like somebody sent fan art and I was like, okay, cool. And we put it in the back of one of the books. I think like book 6 or 7 has a page called so-called edits, and it's got the fan art that's so submitted. And we have people that track us down at shows to pick up books. Right now I'm hitting the point where like people are reaching like, where are the books? Where are the books? I was like, I know they're late. I know they're late. But yeah, that girl in the bunny costume, you see right there. Yeah, that is most of our like sexy covers are just like girls that are they're like characters that are like, she doesn't look like that in the comic, like that cop one you just came up, like they're just like sexy versions of these like run-of-the-mill everyday people, right? Or just made up characters like that one blonde girl. She doesn't exist in the comic book at all. But that one with the bunnies that's coming up again, she's actually a character that looks like that in the comic. She's got a little tiny bit part, but part of a bigger story. So she was fun to add in there. But yeah, this is the Instagram, just sharing just art as I can. I find as an artist, I feel weird sharing it because like I'm sorry, as a writer, I feel weird sharing Marco's art. Yeah, there it is. There's Marco's
I remember it being there, so I was like, I'm gonna go look for it.
Yeah, Bunny Typhoon. And this is where these 3 really get in trouble. So they're in over their head. But yeah, it's going well. I'm very happy with it, and seeing all the colors come in now, like the fact that like 8 is colored. I'm just waiting for some letters. There's like a few pages that need to be tightened up on colors, and some lettering that needs to be wrapped up, and then we're good to go. Like I've set up so much stuff for the printers. I'm very excited to send this, and I hope we can get it done soon because I want to get these out to people, and I want to have them for the shows. Like I got London Comic Con coming up soon. I don't want to go there with just the same 4 books. I want to have the next 4. I want to be able to have the collector's box and give them to people, and that's what I want to do. And not to mention, even if I get the books like tomorrow, I still have to wait for the collector's box to come in. That's a separate like manufacturer. So like I did have to go to a company in China that makes board games. Like the biggest board game manufacturers in China use this company, and I got contacted through them through a contact from in the board game industry, and they sent me so they could make this thing because I tried to first thing I did try to cost this box with a clear slip cover and the full cover glossy art and everything. I got this cost in Canada, and just keep in mind I'm getting these made in China. I designed them, I'm getting them made in China, and I'm giving them away for free when you get the 8 books. Any guesses how much one of those boxes costs to make in Canada? And this was a quote based on if I was making 1,500 of those boxes, how much one single box would cost me. Any guesses? That's 5. A good guess. Higher.
Whoa.
10?
Higher.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm gonna just jump to the chase. $64 a box. They sent me that quote. And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I was like, it's clearly like, because the company I was working with for something else, they said, "Hey, they just got bought out by people that make boxes." So I was like, fantastic. But it's like the whole gloss and the slip. They were very confused at first about the slip cover. I was like, CDs do this. CDs do this, DVDs do this. Yeah. And I was like, and I showed them examples and I was like, it's like this. And they're like, okay, well, we'll probably have to special order the cover and this and that. I was like, okay, sure. Just give me a quote. And they came back and they're like, how would you like to proceed? I was like, $64 times 1,500. We're not proceeding. we're not proceeding at all. Are you kidding me?
That sounds like the price that the customers should be paying.
So, but that's an empty box.
That's just for the box?
Yeah, it's just for the box.
No, I mean, come on.
That's horrible.
That the quote I got was 60, and I was like, "Are you kidding me? Like, I don't want to just get one done. I want 1,500 of these done." And I was like, "Yeah, we're gonna pass." So
how much was it for China, Mark?
Good question. It was we actually started this process like a year ago, and my wife's dealing with the bills, but it's something like $2.
I was about to say. I mean,
it's like $2 or $1 something for the box. It's something in between.
Wow, that is a huge difference.
Yeah, that's
you know what the problem is? The guys in Canada are outsourcing to China, and they're like charging you like 3,000%.
Yeah,
on your boxes.
So it's good. So let's just say $2 because it's around there. And but yeah, that works out to eight books. That's like 25 cents a book. You know what I mean? Like to give it out for free. That's how I was figuring it out. I was like, yeah, I could do that for people, but people buy all 8 to get a free box. I'm good with that. So yeah.
It works, and it was a great Kickstarter you had because, a lot of people wanted the whole box set, right?
Yeah, people bought a lot. And it was actually one thing I didn't do for the Kickstarter before this one, because the last Kickstarter was books 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Yeah.
And I went back to the very first people that backed books 1 and 2 when they launched at the same time. And I sent them all an email basically being like, in case you missed it, this is like the story's wrapping up. Here it is. And we had a lot of those people come back that missed the other Kickstarter, that missed the one in between, right. And they bought everything. And some people actually bought the books again.
Yeah.
Because they're like, we want a second set in other covers.
Yep.
So
that's cool.
And I gotta say the other covers look great.
Yeah, there's a lot of good covers. I'm flattered that a lot of times I go to the con, and this is what
the bunnies.
Oh, you're talking about the boxes convert to $5 US for us. Is that right, Brittany? Is that much? Because our dollar is so shit. And keep in mind, it's gotten worse since we made this deal, right? Because we started the process like a year ago. And our dollar's just been going, just like dive bombing. So yeah, if you Americans want to come visit Canada, now's the time. So
we might not go back home.
It's a one-way trip.
Exactly. 100%.
They might not let us come back home. That's the problem, right?
That's true. They might not let us come back home.
Yeah.
Right.
we had some money printing problems here back during COVID, and they didn't stop. They just kept printing money so hard. The money just took a dive.
We
Yeah,
can't
wow.
feel you because they were doing the same thing over here.
So it's good that like some of like when it comes to the YouTube videos, it's good that like for our paid videos, most of our clients are American, so we get paid in American dollars, which converts well.
Oh, that's a good deal.
So that works well for us. So if we do business with you guys, it does well. The Kickstarters don't do much because we have to set it with Canadian prices, and we don't want to like jack the price up so much that it looks ridiculous. But then when the comic books were up there, it was like $7 or something like for
it was so easy to get them.
and then for you guys it's like
$2.
Like it wasn't anything. So it's great. So I'd love to go to do a show in the States and bring in some American dollars. That'd be great. That'd be great for us. So but you guys, I feel like everybody I talk to, all of my American friends, you guys got a show every like 10 seconds.
Oh, we got
just
it.
like
Here in the tri-state area.
It's like there's probably happening one happening on the first floor of your house right now. You don't even know.
Oh, definitely. You don't even know about it. This is how this month. Let me tell you how this month has been. This month has been Bronx Anime, Terrificon, FlameCon, Anime NYC, and then there's Super Jersey next week.
Yep.
And that's the ones that we're going to. There's not even the other ones that are happening at the same time.
I figured out a way to every 2 weeks there's an event literally right across the street from my house, and I try to table there.
That's awesome. I want to go to more events. But yeah, it's just, and even tabling in. I don't know, like how much does a table cost for you guys on average?
Depends on the show.
Oh, it's
a drastic because like
and it could be like this much, and then it could be like this much.
Okay, so what's a big show? What's a big show? What is?
Okay, so that would be San Diego Comic-Con, which costs about $4,000.
Yeah.
So that's how much that costed. Whereas WonderCon, when I attended, that one was about $1,450. I feel like that's normally the average from like the medium size to the, of course, San Diego Comic-Con being the most expensive.
And then the smaller ones are about $400 to $600. And if it's smaller than that, you might be even get it cheaper.
Damn. The problem is, I'm not sure. It sounds like it's much easier to locate in New York. It's San Diego or in California. They are so hard to discover. I normally don't hear about it until I talk to an artist to like bring them in to do like something for my comic book. And then be like, oh yeah, I'm about to do that, but I'm about to do a convention this weekend. I was like, there's a convention this weekend? And they was like, oh yeah, it's in Sacramento. I was like, what? Like, no, I never find out any of these things.
I got California.
We
I'll be like, are you going to so-and-so con? And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, you got a con coming up.
It's so
like,
hard.
How do you know about this?
I didn't know about it. It is so hard to locate. The fact that New York, y'all know every single convention, and there's 5 million of them. And then also our side of the spectrum, we maybe know WonderCon, San Diego Comic-Con, and LA Comic-Con, and outside of that, there's all of these mini cons that even ChatGPT doesn't even be able to show me. I'm like, they are so underneath the radar that is so hard to discover. So you are lucky. It's hard to find them over here.
We have a lot of conventions. It's easy to find a convention, but to know all of, there's no like one place where we know where there's no place that we can go. So we'll hear about stuff after it happens, while it's happened, during it's happened. It'll be like it's almost like you said. There'll be a convention in my house, and I won't know about it.
That's happened before.
We wish there was a place that told us every single thing, but there isn't. So,
dude, somebody needs to figure out a way to set up a system where all the conventions are in that little app.
Yes.
I
would invest in it. I would sponsor it. Just let me know, because I'll be a front row seat. Let me be a beta tester. I'll be front row seats in that one. Man, that'd be so helpful.
I've been trying to like record like the ones I could find here and like were they good or were they not. And we went to one that the whole show, I don't know if like 10 or 12 people showed up, like walking through the aisles. There was one table that seemed to have a lot of people, but It's like they came in, they went to his table, and they left. It's like they came for that one guy, and he was selling Pokemon cards.
That happens.
So he was selling Pokemon cards all day. He was the only one that traffic. Everybody else, every other table, I had Power Rangers beside me, like guys that were actual Power Rangers in the show. They were beside me, and they were bored to tears. And they were just chatting. I was just chatting it up with the Power Rangers, and they were like, "We're never coming here again." So
yes,
and it was so dead. So all the other tables were just talking to each other, and there was one table that was busy constantly. And not only was he busy the whole time by people just coming in, leaving, but going to his table, and that was it. It was like a direct beeline to his table and gone. And for Pokemon cards, it's like the word got out. I was like, oh yeah, go there, make a right. Don't look at anybody else. To his table and just buy Pokemon cards. By the end of the show, somebody went up to his table and offered him 30 grand for the whole thing. And he sold it and he closed up.
Wow.
Somebody just bought his whole table for 30 grand. Yeah. And I was like, oh,
wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
And
how Pokemon cards are now. That's why you got all these people robbing and stealing and
what? Stealing Pokemon cards?
Dude,
Yeah. Was that story last year? Yeah.
Yeah, they've been robbed. Gunpoint.
Well, it was fun. It was funny. There was a guy at my table just before that big sale went through. He was at my table and he was telling me the history of like how coins used to be used for laundering money, like collector's coins, and now Pokemon cards are being used to like launder money. And so he was telling me he's like, yeah, my son was in Japan. He messaged me. He's like, should I get these? Like, yeah. And he made like all this money on these cards he bought in Japan. And so he's telling me about all these things. And I was like, interesting. He's like, oh, I don't get involved in that, but yeah, that's what people do. People do. Like,
I don't get involved with that.
People do that. The guy who bought the table of Pokemon cards was his son, who dropped 30 grand on those. So like, I was like, wow, come on.
That's not. If that's not laundering money,
like 20 minutes later, your son drops 30 grand on Pokemon cards.
Something up. Oh my god!
Teach me. I'm in.
Teach me.
I choose you, Pikachu. Let's go.
Exactly.
You teach me and I'll teach you. Uh-oh.
We had
Mark, I don't want one second, Mark. I don't want to digress because I came with this thought when you were talking about the bunnies and the white dots on the globe and everything. Are they actually the antibodies for the human race when it comes to defeating the vampires? You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Dude, I'm still waiting for my Asians 1 to 8, so I don't know any premise.
Yeah. They're coming. They're coming. So you got to see.
Well, he's not going to say anything, so I think I touched a nerve here.
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, that was a clear plead the fifth moment. I was just like, okay, that pause says a lot.
I've been watching a lot of that Dave Chappelle skit, the fifth.
Fifth? Yeah. Fifth, yes.
Speaking of that,
classic.
Talk about a good segue.
David Chappelle?
No.
Dave Chappelle's on the show, everybody.
Welcome to our last show. Hey, Dave.
Go ahead, tell the people, Snowstorm.
Hi, so my name is Jeffrey Snow. Yes, I am just debuted our first Kickstarter here, known as Ash and Eber. Nice. For those who have seen me for the first time, I started my own comic book company about 2 years ago, two and a half years ago. We launched it around WonderCon. We debuted a different series called Rise of the Nephilim, which is a series about siblings that has to go through a massive war between order and chaos. And things have taken off, and folks was like, you should try to explore different areas because that concept was fantasy. And I was like, well, what's another topic I want to touch? I didn't want to do superheroes because I felt like that was being done by almost everyone, and people seem to be getting tired of it. So I was like, let me not touch that for a while. So I was like, let's try doing some horror. So, and perfect timing because Kevin Feige has dropped the ball when it comes to Blade. So we can go ahead and take up the mark here. So we created a brand new supernatural series called Ash and Eber, where similarly how it's kind of funny how our fellow friend here has talked about it. It's a similar world is that the supernatural is out and integrated into society. However, it's a lot more horror and political thriller based. Like we actually touched a lot on, for example, the Satanic Panic and how that played a major role in the rise of our supernatural origins between all these different individuals. And the story takes place as an individual by the name of Matthew Oyama attempts to become the first governor in America. And he has some relatively lofty goals, some higher than others. And along the way, our two protagonists discover some secrets that is hidden beneath the shadows. Now, that not only threatens Matthew's chances, but also the fragile relationship between humans and vampires as a whole. So you get to see some political intrigue. You'll see some hard-hitting action. You'll definitely see some drama, and of course, some romance. We have some great artists along the way. We have Andrea Daly. She actually did the cover for the content, which you could be able to find actually in the updates, because that actually just got provided, I believe, yesterday. And it looks absolutely phenomenal. And then we have Tehani Farr, who's doing the variant cover. If you're familiar with her, she's known for doing content for Stranger Comics, as well as Magic the Gathering and a couple other items along the way. So she has a very realistic art style, and she also did our cover for Rise of the Nephilim issue 2. And for our second variant cover, we have Megan Laura, who actually did artwork for God of War Luffy, that was just announced not too long ago. So she's actually doing. You probably get well, that might. Yeah, it should be on here. That will be on there as well. She actually posted a rough draft of what the illustration is going to look like. And so, as we mentioned, we have some top tier cover artists. I'm the interior artist as well as the writer for the series itself. And yeah, this is as I mentioned, it's our first time doing the Kickstarter. We launched on Monday. It was very scary because I didn't know what to expect. I was hoping that things were going along well. And so, oh yeah, that's the cover that Andrea Deli did. As you see, definitely looks fire. Looks fire. I was just like, yo, this is cookout worthy right here. So we definitely, like I said, we got so much along the way. I'm already 9 pages into the comic itself. So
Nice.
we're definitely, we already been working on this for a while now. And especially because I knew I'm going to have to be doing interviews and conversations and stuff like this. I was like, well, let me go ahead and pre-stage and start working on my artwork a lot. So therefore I have some leeway before things starts to pick up such as this. So today we have also what's called Day 1 discounts, which is for the first 3 days, which today is technically the last day. Every single tier outside of the combo deals and the signed copies has a discount on it. So the digital comics itself, you'll see a discount on. So instead of it being like $5 or $7, they'll be like $3 to $5. You'll see, I think it's like a $5 discount on the standard edition, and you'll see a $5 discount on the variant editions themselves. So, but they only last if Kickstarter actually counts it correctly. I think they last until 9/15 tomorrow. Or if they consider 3 days to be 12 o'clock at midnight, it will be in 3 hours from now. So I'm not entirely sure how. One of those. I'm not sure exactly how Kickstarter actually operates its time schedule versus when it launches versus when of course they will end. But yeah, so we have. Like I said, today is the last day for the Day 1 discounts. We wanted to make sure to get that out there so people could get a shot.
That's
you picking
awesome.
up? Mm-hmm. So so like I said, we were working on that. We're definitely going to have the comic available out in time and mailed to everyone by February next year. And
I like that for Valentine's Day.
Yes. Well, as we said, there's some romance in it, so we had to make sure that we hit the mark with that.
Well, vampires, romance makes sense.
Yes. So that was how I knew we were on the right track, because of course our first comic book series is family based. I was telling folks, like, in the media, family is done dirty. Like siblings, they get killed off within the first 5 minutes of a movie, or they end up being like the bad guy that the protagonist has to kill. So I was just like, let's do something different. How about we have two siblings that like each other? Oh my God, brand new concept, never before done. We're breaking Hollywood as we speak. So that seems to be one of the biggest draws associated with it. And so when we were presenting this, we were like, well, by the way, while we're selling you this, are you interested in vampires? And the way the people reacted by just the word vampires, I was like, oh, I didn't know. I was completely unaware of how strong of a fan base that vampires seems to contain. So yeah, we was like, okay, we definitely gotta go ham on this. So I'm definitely happy with what we're coming with so far. So
all right, I gotta say, I know we've been talking about it. It's funny because I've been talking to you about this since we met, and that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had the geek outs on the whole Vampire the Masquerade type of thing, and you're like, Ralph, you know what I'm working on? I'm like, ooh, what are we working on?
Yes. Well, so the thing was, we had actually quite a few different topics that we wanted to address. And a vampire was definitely one of them. Another one was sci-fi, and we were actually leaning towards the sci-fi project first. But then there was just like sci-fi, and in the comic book world was hit or miss. And as a growing publisher, there were suggestions within my employees to say maybe we should go to a horror right now, because horror seems to be a big pull. And then after I saw like how Astarion seems to have done from Baldur's Gate 3, I was like, oh, this is essentially what they were talking about. Okay, good to know. And so that pretty much, you was just like, let's make sure that we can go ahead and put our stamp into the fan base. I didn't realize as well that there's actually not a lot of us actually making content in this type of field. So I was glad to put that type of representation in like vampires and werewolves and such. And so yeah, like I said, we're super excited about it. Learning a lot about this Kickstarter along the way, because as mentioned, but we've never done a Kickstarter before. I've always self-fund my comic books, but essentially I was informed that, hey, Kickstarter is a great place. They introduce people to content, and they normally only get their comics on Kickstarter. So like usually they don't go to like, they may go to a convention, or they may go to like a comic book store, but like they're very Kickstarter driven. So if you want to tap to a market that is very open to indie comics, as well as and are actually very dedicated, they say you should give Kickstarter a try. And I was like, okay. Originally, I'll be honest and tell you, this is actually insider baseball. I was a bit reserved about doing it at first, because I was like, I didn't need the money to self-fund. And then they told me, they was like, well, look at Boom Studios. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles don't need the money for their comic books, and yet they put Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on Kickstarter and made millions of dollars. And they started giving me all these large publishers that was being done on Kickstarter that, like I said, I'm comfortable. I'm not rich. And I was like, oh, well, they're clearly doing this. Then I should have no reservation at all for doing this. You know what I mean? And especially if I'm going, like I said, they can see our passion and our goals and our drive for our content, then it should be okay. So it took me a little bit to feel comfortable doing this. But now, it's I see the atmosphere and the environment of Kickstarter, and I love it.
The big companies saw how much money the little indie guys were making, and they were like, I want a part of that. So all the companies decided to start doing Kickstarter.
Yes,
right.
They
Back
don't need
in the
it.
90s,
Power Rangers. Sorry.
Well, Lady Death was doing fine in the 90s by herself, and now she's like top of the list of like money generated on Kickstarter for comics. So
every time he puts up a Kickstarter, whoop,
immediately I was like, oh. So like I said, it just took a rewiring. My entire assumption for Kickstarter at first was that it was made for people who needed to have funding in place to get their dreams and goals. So I didn't want to take that away from people.
It's almost like what celebrity. If you notice celebrities right now, are just noticing OnlyFans. Like, wow, I can make money doing nothing. They get money like the same thing. Like the big companies notice, like, hey man, we can do this too, and they fund right away too. It's crazy.
Which is wild. So that's what I was like. Okay. So like I said, I love it. I love what Kickstarter is all about. But again, it's a whole different animal. It's definitely a lot of learning lessons along the way.
Oh,
like
it definitely is. Yeah.
Like because I think I've done very well in terms of conventions. As a couple of people say, they say I have the gift of the gab. So normally I do very well in terms of a convention standpoint.
Oh yeah, you are a hustler, baby.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. But
I see you do your table thing. You bring people in.
Well, there's certain things that definitely seems to work. I mean, you were talking about like doing for folks who were wanting to do booths. Yeah. I for one am always about spreading information to help you become better at your booth. And one of the big things I try to express to people is free stickers. I'm telling you now, if you can have free stickers at your booth, it is one of the most conversation opening capabilities you could possibly imagine. And not only that, because they grab it, half of the people do the work for you. They come by and they say, it's like they grab the sticker, they love the sticker. Oh my God, the sticker is so cute. And then they ask me, what's the comic is about that I'm getting the sticker for? I was like, well, I'm glad that you asked. And then boom, there it goes. And half of the job is done for you. Yes, it's absolutely fantastic. And so yeah, like there was a lot of things, like I said, convention content, I know how to work that like night and day. But like I said, this is my first Kickstarter.
We tell people all the time, merchandise, folks. If you're at a table, the more merchandise you have at the table, the more people are interested at you. I can see Mark now having the bunnies at the table. And that's going to get people's attention.
Exactly.
So cool. The reason the bunnies even exist is because like there's nothing, this is not a kid's book. It's got bunnies on the cover of this one, but it's not a kid's book. It's there's cursing, there's killing, it's
I had to feel it.
It's not like pornographic at all, but it's definitely for adults, right? So
when I saw the sexy ladies, I had to feel it.
We had these kids come. We'd have kids come to the table looking at the comics, and I can't sell to them. I was like, hey kids, I don't know what to say. Like, unless you're buying a book, I don't know what to say, right?
It's a bunny. Yeah.
It's like, who's your favorite Pokemon? Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't want to. But now that I have like this guy, I was like, hey, something for the kiddies. Something for the kiddies and the parents, the ones that people who don't like comics or somebody looking for something. Because like surprisingly, it's not like a crazy number of people, but way more than I thought. I've come across people that don't like comics at our comic cons, or they come by me, they walk by the table and they look, and I start talking to them, and they're like, "Sorry, I'm not into kids stuff." I was like, "Well, this is a kid's comic book." And they're like, "Oh,
that's hilarious."
This is like, wow, okay, all right.
Because people still view comics that way. I was just having a conversation with somebody recently about that.
Right.
At a convention,
at a convention, and then it's like people that are bored and they'll just walk around. It's like if it's a cheap door entry, they'll just enter and they'll walk around. There was one guy, he brought 3 of his kids, and he was just there. He's like, I didn't even know what this was, but there was a lineup, and they said it was like $7 to get in. It was like the cheapest con I've ever been at to get in. It was a great con. It was our best con, but it was $7 to get in. This guy just walked in with his kids. He was like, "Yeah, $7." I thought, what the hell? So he came in. He's like, I don't even know what this is. Like, what's a comic book? I've never read one before. You know what I mean? Like,
that makes a lot more sense, because I was thinking, like, a San Diego Comic Con, like you know what to expect if you go to San Diego Comic Con.
That's a journey. You have to make the pilgrimage. You don't do that.
New York the rites of crossing.
New York Comic Con, it's a journey. You have to decide to go to New York Comic Con.
Yeah, okay, that makes a major difference. I was like, I can't imagine someone attending San Diego Comic Con and be like, I don't like comics. I will give them like just the strangest.
There are people like that though.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But they won't like walk around. They'll be like, chilling with the crew, the cast of Big Bang Theory or whatever. They won't like go to comic space, waste their time. Like, you know what? I don't like comics. What are you doing?
Well, like Fan Expo in Toronto, there's less and less comics every year.
Yeah.
It's everything else. Like when I go, I do spend a lot of time at the panels just listening to people. I like just listening to people talk. But I also like to comic hunt for like give myself a treasure to find, like first appearance of this and first appearance of that or whatever. I just try to find the best deal, just something for me to do. I like comics, right? Mm-hmm. But you go there and it's like we sell it's like t-shirts or a lot of stickers and buttons and pins and bookmarks and just random things that aren't comics, right? And it's it was like, I know it's Fan Expo, so it wasn't necessarily always comics, but it was like smaller and smaller and smaller sections. And last year the artist alley section was there was a good chunk of people that were selling AI artwork, trying to pass it off as their own.
Yeah.
No. Some of them got booted, but there was a lot. There's one guy there. I've suspected him using AI for a bit because the first time he fooled me. Second time, like I didn't buy anything of him, but I was talking to him. But it's every year I ask this guy, I was like, so you're not the artist, right? And he's like, no. The artist, she's in New York doing whatever. Oh, every time. Oh, she's sick. Oh, she couldn't make. It was like, she's never here. And there's always an excuse. It's never even the same excuse. How about she's just not from here? You know what I mean? There's so many better things to do, but there's always an excuse. And I was like, I feel like you're selling AI artworks. That's what it looks like. And you're just saying somebody else did it. And you're just running the table. So it's not your fault. So you go, I don't know. You know what I mean? It gives you an out. I don't know anything about this.
I'm just running the table.
I'm not a fan of AR, but if that is what you're selling, be honest with people. Tell people.
There's a part of me that's like, like anybody can really go create AI artwork right now, print it out, and just have it on their wall if they want to. Like, there's nothing stopping you from doing that, right? No. Like, morals aside, if it's right or wrong, there's nothing stopping you from doing that. And if somebody wants to sell it at the show, I think they should at least tell you, this is AI artwork. That way, giving everybody clear is like, yeah, you could make this. Like, I might be better with using AI tools than you are, but if you want to buy this thing that you can just make yourself and print, that's
the barrier of entry right there.
But it's just there's so many people just faking it, right?
Yeah. You'd be surprised just how many people can't tell the difference. Like, you're just like scrolling down like Facebook and all these images. AI is AI is AI.
No, I will say that.
Really? It is? I was like, yeah. How do you know? Well, I can fix fingers.
Now, I will admit,
some is exactly the same everywhere. Like, they just can't like tell. I mean, it's crazy how many people can't tell. It's insane.
Yeah, like, I have to be honest and throw myself under the bus at that route.
There are not 9 Dragon Balls. There's only 7. Like,
yeah, I'll be honest. A good indicator. I had to throw myself under the bus. There's sometimes I didn't know they would be AI. I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. I'll look at it. Somebody say, oh, that's AI. Like, oh, wow, I never would have guessed. So, of course, it depends. Like, there's really bad ones that you can easily say, like, why is the elbow turned that way? But there's other times I was like, I need a second eyewitness. Somebody confirm this for me.
I don't know. It's funny because I get all these videos, because people send you videos and they're like, and I'm constantly going, it's AI, it's AI. And like, how do you know? How do you know it's AI? I'm like, my issue is.
No, the videos are scary. Like
come on, those kitties are real. I'm sorry.
I love my kitty. When I play first-person shooters, it gives me motion sickness.
Yeah.
So AI does the same thing.
Like the first talking baby will fall through. There's a lot of talking babies.
Mr. Fluffy's real. I'm sorry, man. I watch his videos all the time. He's like freaking doing kung fu, killing the guy.
He's just talented. It's just talent.
Pure raw talent.
The videos are a lot harder to tell than artwork. Oh my gosh.
Jesse, you were at Anime NYC tonight. Setting up.
Oh my gosh.
What's the craziness? Go for it. Tell us the story.
Oh my god. So I was running late for sure. And then by the grace of Celeste, she got me an Uber to get there like by the skin of my teeth. I got in, doors closed at 5. I got there at 5:03, but they were still taking people.
It'll be nice, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was super quiet. It was super quiet in there, but there are a lot of people, so I know it's going to be very loud tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
But I can't wait. This is going to be fun. So we set up our table. I'm actually editing a table build video right now of like me building the table today.
Cool.
And I got a little sneak peek of what Manny built earlier today, so that was cool. So Manny's going to be my table neighbor. He's literally right next door. So
that's great.
I couldn't have asked for a better setup. We love Manny here at Bit and Apple.
Oh, definitely.
For sure. But yeah, this will be the biggest table I've ever built for this comic and for ArcPunk Comics. And it's my second, I guess technically my fourth professional year at Anime NYC, but only my second time tabling ArcPunk Comics and Ashes of Eden. So we're excited. We're trying to make it look a little bit bigger, put a little bit more stank on it this time, and make it a little fun for everyone that
Were you
shows
able to
up.
make the big crystal?
I made some big crystals. There are some now that are like this big, like as big as my head.
Because I like, this is the show to do that shit.
Yeah. So we made a few, and we did something new. We made this wooden treasure chest that you're going to be able to open up and get the crystals out of it. So it's like you're on an adventure. So yeah, I wish I had the video done because I could just show you.
Well, don't worry, folks.
Yeah, this is
Jesse, just collab us, and we'll make sure to share.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that for sure. I'll probably post within like 1 o'clock tonight.
So, folks, you heard. As soon as this video comes up, it'll be on Bit and Apple, it'll be on Jesse, and you can go check out what's the preview for tomorrow, because it's always important to know what you're getting yourself into.
It's true. And it was so cool, like coming out of building the table and like going back out to the street. It was like dead silent in the lobby. The lights were off. It was just like, it felt like Dawn of the Dead a little bit. So I was like, okay, this is the calm before the storm. It's going to go crazy tomorrow. So I'm very excited. I'm excited to be back at Anime NYC. This is we consider it one of our home shows. Because the only other thing that even gets close to this is Anime Expo LA.
Yeah.
And that is a beautiful show. But it's overwhelming. It's like, I feel like it's 5 miles wide. Like, how do you fit a show?
How is the difference between the two? Like, because I've seen Anime Expo videos. I was like, I'm not a big anime person. I know a bit about anime, but I see that expo. I was like, my goodness. I'm glad I'm not Mufasa in that moment, because I would be trampled over right now. Right. So how is that in comparison to Anime NYC? Is it about the same, or?
I'd say it's about the same. I think Anime Expo takes the cake. They are bigger.
They are.
Yeah. The last time I tabled at Anime Expo LA. Hey, there's Manny. Check him out. Manny's going to be right next door. He got the good table. He's right on the corner, so you'll see him.
Oh, he got the corner table.
Got a corner table.
Yeah. So you'll see him right when you walk into aisle 0N, I think is where we are, or N0.
There you go.
Something like that. N0 is where we are. So he's N06. I'm N08. Yeah, Anime Expo is insane. I remember it being like 3 different levels, and it felt like it took up 5 acres of land.
Wow.
Or more. And it was just overwhelming.
I've heard a lot of good things about Anime Expo.
It's beautiful. I want to go back so bad.
I need to ask one last question, by the way, because this was something. Yeah. So I'm not sure if Ralph has dealt with this, but I remember when I was trying to attempt to do manga and such, back when I was like a teenager and such, I was crucified, fam. Straight up crucified. They were just like, you cannot draw manga at all because you are not Japanese, and so therefore manga only can be considered true manga if it's from Japan. So I was like, and so I kicked that to the curb, and that's why I started doing realism, because I was like, okay, I guess I cannot enter this space. And now you're having a table here with people out there. I can definitely tell the other individuals are not Japanese based upon the art style, but it's still clearly at an Anime Expo booth. So has that viewpoint changed now currently versus when I was in high school, or is that still around, but it's a little bit more evenly spread?
I think there are still like little whispers like that now, but that's the minority. If you do come at artists like that now, it's kind of like, man, you're not fun at a party.
No, man, I did Anime NYC last year, and it was totally diversified. Yeah. It was a diversified group of people and artists. And I think that whole stigma is kind of like passe now.
I mean,
that's so good to hear.
Just take their comic book, just not manga at all. Just take their comic book. They just flip it around. They just flip the patterns around, and they sell it as manga. And,
Yeah.
You know,
Oh wow,
so,
that's cool.
Yeah.
Like a few years ago, people were like, "Are you crazy? This isn't manga." Yeah. People do it like, "Hey, here's the manga edition. It's the same exact comic."
The manga edition.
That's funny. That's really funny.
Sometimes everybody's just left-handed. I mean, but it's the manga version. All right.
Left eyeballed.
This is how we used to get manga. They used to like they just because their manga is our stuff is like one way to one way. Their stuff is one way to another way, and so like everyone would be left-handed in our translation. That's how we used to get stuff. Yeah.
Do comic books sell at anime cons?
That's honestly my bread and butter is anime conventions over comic conventions, and I'm selling technically like a Western style publication.
Really?
Yeah. But my art is like 1-for-1. It's a Japanese art style, like it's manga.
Yeah, it
just like
manga for me. I was
fully just like
look at that. That clearly is manga influence. I would consider. Sorry, go ahead.
Instead of the black and whites of manga, I just wanted to make it feel like I pulled it right off the TV screen, like watching anime in the 90s. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like I grew up drawing manga. This was always the style that I was kind of pulled more towards. But I was always afraid, like you said, I was always afraid to kind of say like, oh, I'm a mangaka though. Mm. And then it was up until last year at an anime convention, and this tiny Japanese artist came over to my table and she was like, I really like what you do. Why don't you call yourself? She's like, why don't you call yourself a mangaka? She's like, it's almost disrespectful that you don't. And I was like, okay, I swear.
Wow, well, you clearly got a stamp. Okay, that makes sense. You got a full-blown stamp of approval, which makes sense because your art style, is so manga influence. I mean, I would say it even has a stronger orientation than Avatar. I know Avatar has a manga influence, but yours even pushes past that degree. Like, it's the only reason why I can tell that it still has some Western side to it is because it's color. That's the only difference. If it wasn't for color, I would assume that it was full blown manga. So yeah, I'm so glad that viewpoint is going away, because it kicked out a lot of artists who was interested in that field. Like I can say yours truly. I originally was more manga based because all the stuff that I enjoyed was manga, like Dragon Ball, Gundam Wing, and all that kind of stuff. So all my art style definitely leaned toward that direction.
You're speaking my language. Hell yeah.
But yeah, I had to take a left. Like I said, y'all know the story. So funny enough,
you remember like Joe Madureira when he started at Marvel? There were a lot of people like, "Yo, this is manga looking. This sucks. I will never touch it." But Sale said something else, because there were a lot of people that wanted that art style. So the sale, but like the purists, the clothes, like, "Yo, what is this? This isn't like what Wolverine looks like. Whatever." But the sale said otherwise. So now he's drawing for video games now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like the artwork you have here is great, but it definitely looks like it feeds into like that audience. Do you know what I mean? Like it's what that audience likes. Because like I feel like if I brought So-Called Living to an anime con, they'd be like, you don't belong here.
I feel like it's become more and more welcome.
You're doing, yeah. Go ahead, Tony.
I mean,
I'd be worried. I wouldn't do it myself.
Sometimes you see comic book art at anime cons, and vice versa. You'll see anime art, and like, I don't think so. I don't think people would be like, people won't be here. I mean,
all I can say, Mark, is try it with a smaller anime con and see how that works. Yeah.
Do you guys know Greg Burnham?
Don't decide ahead of time, though.
Who? Greg who?
Are you guys familiar with Greg Burnham?
Nope. Time to Google.
He's like he's like a super prominent like African American Western artist. He's
Burnham?
like, and he's gotten like
really the last name.
Burnham, I believe.
I got him.
I could be.
There we go.
It.
There you go.
Yeah.
That. Oh wow. Yes. Wow. Oh, that is gorgeous.
So he works with.
Gorgeous.
He works with his artist partner Marcus Williams, and they make some of the best looking Western comics I've ever seen. But I discovered them, and like Greg's famous from DC, but he doesn't like tout that. He's building his own brand now. I found him.
It reminds me of Boondocks.
Very much so, very much so. And I found them at an anime convention. That's where I became friends with them that way. And it's like, oh, you're making Western comics, but you found this like middle ground of being so stylized that's not quite anime. It's not quite Western, but you found something else, and it's beautiful. And Anime NYC is just, I think, embraced so much of that now. It's like a big Venn diagram of like, if your art's good,
everything
come
and
on over.
anything in Anime NYC.
Yeah,
it's not just anime, or it's not anime just from Japan. It's anime adjacent, or comic books that have a flavor in that direction. And sometimes you'll find straight comic books at Anime NYC. Yeah,
that is true.
Wow. Okay. But this has been eye opening. I may have to, because y'all saw the crowds that was Anime Expo. And of course I was like, that I would love to try that out, but of course my art style is not that route. But if you're saying the opposite end of New York have full-blown Western style comics there and was accepted, then I don't mind giving that a shot and see how it works at least once, just to experience it.
Would it help if I wore one of those maid outfits?
I was gonna say same thing I told Mark Snow. Find a smaller anime show, take it and see how they react.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you guys familiar with David Crownson at all?
You keep popping up with these names, fam.
I know.
I was like, what? David who?
So David Crownson, he's a good buddy of mine. He's based out of Newark, New Jersey, and he's become kind of like indie level famous for Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer.
Oh, I know the Harriet Tubman scene. Okay.
Yeah, not anime at all.
No, and that's usually in the anime cons. Yeah,
he's at anime cons all the time.
What?
Yeah.
It's art style?
Yeah.
Wow.
Might be the name Demon Slayer.
Kimetsu no Yaiba. Kimetsu no Yaiba.
That's a nice workaround.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, but he's been around for longer than K-pop.
That's true.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So you know what? I'm kind of curious actually, because I don't even think I told Ralph this. I used to live in Japan for
No way.
I think it was about 6-7 years.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Oh, so we did talk about this. Okay, so 3 years I was in the military, and then the other 3 years I was working at Goldman Sachs. The only reason why I came back out here in the States is because Goldman Sachs had layoffs. I told folks even though it was in Japan, that was the most diverse team I've ever been in, because that one team had someone from Canada, another one from Singapore, another one from New Zealand. The Japanese person who was working next to me spoke British English, so he was made fun of my English all the time. And it was just a wild experience. The reason why I bring that up is because my Japanese friends actually translated my book for Rise and Nephilim, the first issue, into Japanese, because there's a store in Akabane that actually accepts Western comic books. So they're translating that right now, and then by October we're going to have Rise of the Nephilim issue 1 in Japan. Nice. And so I was wondering, when I thought, I was like, would this technically classify as a manga? Because it's technically.
But also, you got to remember that D&D and fantasy are huge in Japan.
Yes. That was another reason why she was saying like this will do pretty well over there, is because of that aspect, that fantasy aspect over there. I was like, okay, all right, we'll give it a shot. So, interesting. You all definitely gave me some great things to think about. So it was great conversation.
Heck yeah! I hope I see you at an anime convention sometime.
Yeah, at least once. Especially if the first one that we try smaller is big, then I'm definitely gonna give Anime Expo a try, because I've always wanted to do that show at least once, just from the
it's
videos.
A gorgeous show.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So is your book on Kickstarter?
Something. Hold on. I'm gonna follow that up with something, because one of our friends is gonna be at Anime NYC.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, one of our friends is going to be at Anime NYC, and his style is a mixture of
oh wow, that is
anime and other things.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's awesome.
that it is a possibility to have stuff, different stuff in
Ooh, I love. Ooh, that is gorgeous.
That's really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this,
Wow.
Yeah, and I remember him because he has a book, and I think it's over here. Hold on, because I met him at Anitomo.
Oh, nice.
And he has a book called Flip Flop, which if you are from a household with sandals and chancleta,
Yep.
you know exactly where this is going.
I wasn't sure. My brain first went there, but I was like,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
it can't be that. I was like, it can't be that.
Oh,
that
it
can't be
definitely
the
is
kind.
that.
Wow, it
I
really
remember when I
is
met him
that.
and we were talking about it. He was like, dude, and I was like, damn, I got to do an interview with you.
That's amazing.
So he's gonna be there as well. Go check them out.
That's funny.
Wait, is he? No, he's not holding a flip. He is. He's holding a flip flop.
Yeah.
He's holding.
Abuela's power of the chancleta.
Exactly.
Yeah. I love it. Oh my god, brings
Yeah,
that.
my
that's
grandma
some
used to do
flashbacks.
wonders with that flip flop, with that chocolate.
Same.
I would jump under the bed and I'll still get hit.
It's like heat seeking.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Man.
What was that movie where they define sabotage? It means throwing shoes into the workings to like disrupt the whole machinery. That's what it reminds me of. I'm trying to remember that movie. So
Which one?
They define sabotage. I think it's Star Trek. One of the Star Trek movies. Yeah, it was the Vulcan officer in Star Trek, and she was describing sabotage. And sabotage means throwing sabots or shoes into the workings of the machinery. So I think that was the Wrath of, was it Wrath of Khan? No, it might have been like the one after that. So yeah. It was
That's
the
really
Vulcan
cool.
with like the short cropped hair. Now I'm starting to remember everything. Everything comes back to me after like 20 minutes. So that's okay.
Paul? Was that a Enterprise to Paul?
No, not DePaul. It was she was the Vulcan who came on and was very stiff and basically she defined sabotage, and it's like sabot means throwing the shoes into the machinery to cause a disruption of the shoes.
That's fun.
Oh, I got to tell you guys, our pals from Item Get are going to be there.
Ooh.
And he has a whole quest thing going where you get the crown, and as you complete the quest, you get the gems to put into the crown.
That's fun.
So we're gonna go tomorrow, and as soon as we get in, we're gonna talk to him and bring you the quest, so you guys know where to go and where to do the quest. Because he has fantastic stuff at his booth. I don't know if you guys have seen the guys from Item Get, but they have amazing stuff.
This may age me, but anyone ever remember those old school Burger King crowns that used to be?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that's what that's what kind of reminded me when I saw that. I was like, oh my god, that's nostalgic.
As soon as I saw this crown, I was like, oh, Burger King.
Okay. I thought it was the only one. I was like, oh wow, that's a throwback right there. But I thought it was just me. Okay, cool.
Oh no, that's the beer. As soon as I saw it, I was like, ooh. Then he added the gems, and I'm like, this is interesting. And then you start thinking, Gauntlet and Thanos, and also our friends from BAM are going to be there as well. Because they're, this is the whole Play NYC section. So it's a mixture of video games and vendors. It's a great spot. So if you like up and coming video gamers,
it's like anime video games, or
no, it's everything. Play NYC used to be a video game developers con here in New York.
Oh,
and then they joined forces with Anime NYC. So now Play NYC is in with Anime NYC, and they're on the bottom section of the con.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
There's Japanese arcade games and there's console games. So there's like, and they have there's a big list of all the games they have. They have Pokemon, they have Marvel Capcom,
they also have a bunch of indie game developers. Yeah.
Star Trek.
Yeah.
Star Trek: The Undiscovered Country. There's where it came from.
Ah, nice. There it is.
It's the one where they try to throw out the whole Kittimer Accord. So sorry, things start to come back to me after a while. That's all right.
I saw Paul like doing this thing. I'm like, he's gonna come back in a minute.
Was it a Kirstie Alley? Didn't she play a Vulcan? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, she played a Vulcan, and not that one though. The other one was like this really pent up Vulcan who actually sided with, the
it's the one that betrayed
saboteurs are trying to overthrow the Kittimer Accord. So yeah, it's the one where she put the boot on the locker.
I'm not gonna remember that.
You don't watch Star Trek. Tell me what's your problem, man. I don't know. Why are you talking about this?
I remember the first one and Rathacon. I remember.
So I think
the first one, it was bad, but I like Rathacon. I like that. Everybody loved that. That was a good one. That's my favorite.
Was it with you that I told you I felt like there was like almost like an age difference between like the folks who seem to do like Star Wars versus Star Trek? I remember having that conversation.
We had this conversation.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So when he started talking about Star Trek, I was like, oh, I'll be honest. I haven't. Similarly, I have not watched. I've only watched Star Trek because my mom brought me to watch it with her, and it was mostly where it was the black captain. I forgot the dude with the bald head.
Yeah.
Oh, Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, Deep Space Nine. Yeah.
Just go Deep Space Nine. I don't want you on the show anymore. Sorry, Jeffrey. You don't like Star Trek, you're gone. Ralph, don't bring him on ever again. That's all I got to say.
I remember when I first started watching Deep Space Nine. I saw him come on. It was Avery Brooks.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the name.
Yeah, and I know him from Hawk, from Spencer for Hire. So I would be watching Deep Space Nine, going, "This is Hawk, man."
That's great.
And he was a badass motherfucker. So don't check out Spencer for Hire. Check out Hawk, and you'll see a whole different version of Avery.
A whole different version. Yeah,
is there still a way to watch Spencer for Hire? Is that on anything? I mean,
that's a good question.
Is it on anything? I mean,
maybe Tubi. Oh no,
it could be Tubi. Yeah.
They're like MacGyver is still around. You can watch MacGyver anywhere. They give MacGyver in Spanish. They call him MacGyver.
Yeah, MacGyver's all over the place. MacGyver's all over the place.
MacGyver.
Paul, why don't you tell the people what you do and all the good stuff? Go for it.
Yeah, cool. So I'm the creator and founder of Time Enforcers, which is started as a video game that makes learning history fun, but now it's grown into a comic book, and I'm super pumped. Our Kickstarter was just funded. I'm currently in late pledging right now, so if people want to still contribute to it, they can. But I'm driving for an October release coming up, and I'm pretty excited about it. I keep drawing panels, and I show them to my kids, and I say, "Dad, this looks really cool." So if I get their seal of approval, I think it's okay, so I can move forward. If I don't get their seal of approval, I got to start over again. But that's all right. Anyway, I'm having a blast with this, and the more we talk about vampires, I think I got to bring a Van Helsing character into like a future episode of Time Enforcers. Because what the heck, right?
You have so many vampires to choose from.
It's like a no-brainer now, right?
Dracula's public domain, so
yeah.
Well, as it is, man, I'm so psyched for this issue anyway because
funny. King Kong is public domain. People don't know.
No. But my thing is, I always put a twist on this stuff because this is meant to be for kids, but it's also meant to be for adults. So I like having the played down violence and thinking of interesting ways to make it interesting without making it overly violent for kids. So like Nick O'Time, who's our detective, he has a gumshoe debilitator, which is a magnifying glass that spits out blobs of bubble gum, and then we got Togo, who's got this universal translator, but it's also like this ultra wave EMT device that like blows enemies backwards. Then I got Amelia, who's got these I call them M chucks. Basically, they're airplane chucks that she spins around like bolos, and she dispenses guys into the time dimension. So it's really a lot of fun making these ideas up and making it so that the violence is toned down, but still has a good time doing it. So I'm really enjoying it. So it's a blast. I just, like I said, I probably won't make Anime NYC this weekend only because I just got to work on this. I really put my nose to the grindstone on here because we are going to be working on our tabletop role-playing game after this. So I'm driving for getting this done by October. But the tabletop role-playing game, Time Enforcers Reality Under Siege, is going to be another big thing that I really want to get going. So it's all part of our education framework, where we're using universal design for learning to make this not only accessible for kids, but make it interesting for them as well to want to learn about history. So it's really the ultimate goal what we're doing with this. So once again, I really appreciate everyone who backed this campaign. It's a huge deal for me. Every pledge was truly appreciated, and I know everyone on this call had done that. So once again, guys, I really thank you for your contributions to help me get this forward, because I believe in it. I hope other people will. We've actually loaded up a Patreon. I hate coming to Ralph's shows because I get all these freaking ideas. I start doing it. So now I got a Patreon set up. I'm doing Substack. I'm just expanding all this stuff so that I can get this word out, let people know what's going on, and I love sharing this stuff as I go. So it's really, it's fun for me. I hope it's fun for everybody else. So.
No, this campaign was a lot of fun to watch come to life.
Oh,
Paul, you really knocked it out of the park with this one.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jesse. I'm excited for the variant covers. I mean, what these guys did with like very little direction, because I really wanted their creativity come through. I mean, a lot of times, will do Spider-Man ad nauseum or whoever. And I said, listen, I really want you to, apply your talent and create something unique. This is an opportunity for you to really spread your wings. And I think Angelo did just that. I mean, his artwork's just amazing. Chronolith as the Wicked Witch of the West and in the Wizard of Oz. I love it. It's so much fun. I had a blast with this.
Too much fun. And I'm telling you, every time Paul and I, or he's on the show, somebody mentions something, all of a sudden Paul's off trying to figure something out that he wants to do.
Yeah, I mean, I want to bring this and make it as diversified as a product as much as I can, because I think everyone learns differently. A lot of kids play video games. That's how they learn. You can't imagine the people I talk to at shows and ad nauseum I hear Oregon Trail, and then Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? And it's just like, that's how I learned history. And it's like, why haven't we got on to the fact that people become more engaged when the whole experience is gamified? And that's really what I'm trying to do here, is gamify the whole experience. Just not make a game to learn history, but gamify the whole experience for learning history. And that's why we have this whole education program that, wants kids to journal, wants kids to research, wants kids to get together and discuss their ideas so they can do a presentation. And they have fun along the way while they're doing it. And ultimately our goal is to get pilot testing by the fall. That's where I'm really driving to get the tabletop role-playing pilot done, so they can actually go to schools and start game testing this with kids in the classroom. So have them play the game, have them play the tabletop game, have them read the comic, actually have them do the journals at the same time, and see what kind of reactions they get from them. So that's really what I'm hoping for come November with this, which would be really cool.
Gotta say, man, this guy is busy. We need to give him a team. Come on, let's get him some money together.
Yeah, man, I got, it's so much fun. Like these dossier cards, these are actually going to be the cards that are going to be in the game. So I have them in the book. They're going to be part of the Chronoton section. It provides like the base information for the characters, but also, gives insight in terms of how they play in the game as well. So they'll actually have powers attributed to each of the characters. When you go to do the role-playing game, you'll have a certain power that you can use, to help defeat the enemies and such. The Reality Under Siege is both a Trivial Pursuit and a Dungeons and Dragons experience. I really wanted to make it, not only learn about history through trivia, but also have a Dungeons and Dragons experience where kids or even players can go in and use their creativity to either create new characters, use existing characters, but use their creativity to get out of situations. So they're throwing curveballs in the game where they have to devise a way to get out. There'll be some dice, so probably one die. It'll be probably just a 6-sided die. It'll be either a yes or no. And Ralph came up with a great idea for this, which I love. We were in the car talking on the way home from Terrificon. He said, why don't you do a dice that has, a yes or no on it, which is cool. I thought, well, how do I do that? And so we're going to use the hourglass for the yes, which is a symbol for the game. And we'll have chronolith for the no, which is the evil guy. So if you roll a chronolith, that means you get a no. If you roll an hourglass, it means it's yes. It's really easy die to use. It's kind of cool. It's branded to the game. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm going to try it out on my 3D printer when I get around to doing that. We'll hopefully be within the next month or so. So it's kind of cool.
Yep.
It's a little things. You know what I'm saying? It's a little
Congratulations on the Kickstarter.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it, Mark. Thank you.
So when is the table? You said the tabletop is going to be on Kickstarter as well, correct? As like your second project. Do you have an idea when? No, it's probably going to take a while. Huh? I'm assuming you'd probably do like a lot of play testing before that could come up. Huh?
Yeah, I think in terms of I want to do some play testing because I notice a lot of tabletop role playing games actually come out and actually play test after. But I want to get the prototype done, play test it a bit, and then I could never do that. I mean, I would want to have a product that I know is going to work before I start promoting it. So I'm not comfortable not having something that's tested first. But I'm hoping it's simple enough where I don't have to go through a large degree of having to make a change on it because I really want to make this easy for kids to learn, easy for kids to play. I don't want them having to spend an hour setting up a game and then 3 hours to play it. I mean, the whole point is
who's the DM?
5 minutes and then do it. So
who would be the DM for the game? The teacher?
It's meant to be, and the way I'm designing it could be a single player game or a multiplayer game. You can work in teams, or basically the cards work against you. But then it occurred to me, why can't I have the bad guy be a player as well? So I don't see a reason why I can't have someone stage themselves as Chronolith and try and defeat the other players from winning, which is kind of fun. Wow. So I'll work that out.
PvP. It is tabletop.
Exactly.
I don't think I've heard that before.
No, I'm playing a board game right now that is exactly that.
A PvP tabletop game?
Yeah, I'm playing Claustrophobia 1643. I actually think there was a new Claustrophobia that was just released recently, actually. But the one I'm playing came out a few years ago. And it's basically a dungeon crawler where one player controls all these demons and he's got his goal, which is either kill the players or complete the ritual or do whatever evil thing I'm supposed to be doing. And then another player controls 4 to 5 heroes and he's going in the dungeon fighting the demons that I put out there. I control the demons. And so basically it's like I'm the AI. Imagine you playing a board game by yourself and I'm the AI playing against you. So
I think it's awesome.
I love it.
It's
really fun. I literally just taught my wife how to play that the other day, and since then she hasn't been able to sit down and finish a game. So I'm waiting. But when I go to Fan Expo, as I mentioned earlier, I'm taking that with me. So me and my buddy that I'm going with, we're just going to keep it low key. We're going to go to Expo during the day and play that game at night because it's like our game. So,
that sounds like a blast.
Yeah, it's so I love that idea.
Sometimes the expos have tables where you can play games, so you might want to play it there at the expo.
It's a big box. I'm not kidding.
Well, there's actually a con in Morristown where I live that's just tabletop, and they want indie developers to come. And they don't want finished games; they want to play test it. So if I can get it done by November, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, those are really good
smart.
To do. There's a group here in where I am, which is too far for you, but it's a group where it's run by a guy who has many successful board games under his belt, and they put out these testing days. So I don't know how often it is because I've never been to one because I haven't designed board game myself, but you go there and you just test your game with people and take notes, and then you go back, you revisit, and you come back, you take it again. So you keep doing this like once a month, and you keep going back and forth fixing your game.
That's
and there's
so
some
cool.
cons, and they have sections like that too, where you can go and you just basically have a table like at a show, except this area is like people just come down and be like, teach me how to play your game, and then you teach them and you play. And then if you're having a hard time teaching somebody, if they don't get it, then those are things you have to fix. Because unlike a video game testing, it's harder to step back from board game testing and just watch people play, because there's usually a rule book and people don't want to go to a con and sit down and read a rule book. So it's usually the designer teaching them, and sometimes they could stand back. But depending on how many people they get to the table, usually they'll have to play with them.
Yeah,
but
I mean, that's one
great.
thing I really want to judge is terms of the rules to play this, because if this is going to be given to like kids in 5th and 6th grade, they just want to sit down and play it. They want to spend, hours, learning the game. So, ultimately, if I can get a rule page that's just a rule book that's one page, which is what I'm driving for, you can learn it quick and then move on and just play it. And that's really, hopefully I could do that whole experience work where I just step back and let them do it.
Yeah, I do. That's what you want to do. A lot of pictures, just like a pamphlet that opens up, and then you're good. You're good to go.
Yeah. No, but I was thinking about this walking my dog the other day, and it's like, why can't I do like one where, people can play as Chronolith and like play the dark side? Like, what the heck? That'd be a blast, so.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
I have a world premiere here from Jesse himself. So I'm going to play the videotape. Here we go.
Join me as I pack up my office, hop over the Hudson to our 4th professional year at Anime NYC and our 2nd year tabling as Arc Punk Comics. Let's grab our stuff and let's go get people some comics. And there's our dear friend Emmanuel Knight. Manny's here with his manga Magna AX and couldn't ask for a better convention layout because here we are. Now we're going to play with some adult Legos, build this shit like Ice Cap Zone, Sonic 3, Flash Man, Mega Man 2. Except it's a premium edition of Ashes of Eden 2 that will be premiering. Come get you some. Okay, and here's my favorite part. And this is it. The calm before the storm.
It is eerily quiet.
It's liminal.
Tomorrow, this will be one of the
That's a big
loudest
place.
places in the world.
Oh, it's a
But
huge
oh my
place.
God, it's gonna be so fun.
Here we go.
I gotta-
Join me as I pack up my office, hop over
I
the
gotta say,
Hudson
that was
to
pretty
our
good. I like
4th
that.
professional year at
Good luck.
Anime NYC and our 2nd year
There we go. I stopped it.
Best of luck to you at the show, man.
Mhm.
Thank you.
So
Appreciate it.
nobody else was setting up their booth, or
Oh, lots
How
of
is this
people.
Hey,
okay, so it's just quiet. Okay.
Yeah, that was just the lobby.
sorry guys, I gotta run. My phone's about to die.
I saw you doing the thing. All right, Tony. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, Tony.
Yeah,
Take care.
rest in peace, Dennis Knight, man. That was hard to hear. It's a friend of the show, so yeah.
It was
Yeah.
awful.
Awesome.
Awful news.
See
Sorry,
you,
guys.
brother.
Jesse, I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. All right, take
Peace,
care.
man.
Yeah, we lost a good friend yesterday. Dennis Knight. He's been a guest host on the show a couple times. Amazing indie fighter, because he supported all the indie comics, and he would share everybody's stuff, and he's gonna be missed. He's definitely gonna be missed. I know a couple of you guys out there know who I'm talking about. Dennis, amazing guy.
I'm sorry to hear that, guys.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I figured I'd bring it up now that Tony was mentioning it. Yeah, he's a good friend of the show.
Talented writer. I mean, he's just. I saw him on the show 1 or 2 times, and just
Yeah.
I met him at. I think it might have been Bix. Was it? I can't remember, Ralph. Where did I see him? And it's just-
You guys were on the show together at the same time.
yeah, but I think what
Oh, in
I saw him at-
person. I
yeah,
think you
in
met him
person.
at New York Comic Con.
That's right. It was last year, and just really a nice guy. I mean, my heart goes out to his family. It's such sad news, especially with someone who's that young, and you hate to hear stuff like this. It really is.
Yeah.
Really is upsetting.
Yeah, he was only 46.
That's way too young. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
And it's been kind of a shock to everybody. So, because it just feels like it came out of nowhere.
Damn.
Dude, this guy was great. I loved having him on the show because he's been creating indie comics for years. He was part of Pronto Comics, and Pronto Comics was the first guys to do indie comics. Pronto Comics was before even Kickstarter. You would join Pronto Comics and you would show them whatever indie comic you were working on, and you would hope they would bring you in so that you can get your book done.
That's cool. Oh.
Yeah. All right. One more time, Mark. Why don't you tell the people where they can find you and all the other good stuff?
Well, you can find me if you're interested in board games. You can find my board game stuff at Board Game Coffee on YouTube. If you like comic books, apparently you can find So-Called Living on Kindle.
Hey.
What's that?
I feel like Mark was surprised when Yummy was like, "I bought it on Kindle."
Yeah, so it's again, my wife's been putting So-Called Living everywhere, so it's great to find out that it's working. So yeah, you can find So-Called Living issues 1 through 4 on So-Called Living. The logo looks like this if you're looking for it, right there. And I also got my Kickstarter right now for my bunny. There you go.
Buddy!
Right from the pages of So-Called Living. It's our bunny brand bunny. It's got the
Mark's just
embroidered
making it
ear.
hard for me not to buy that bunny.
And
It
it's
is.
got the customizable leather tag. It'll get your name and a date. So this is great for like birthdays, to give to that mom that just had a newborn, or to anniversaries, any sort of like congratulatory event.
So that's
If
part of the Kickstarter. You can have you can send the name in and put
Yeah,
whatever.
that's right.
Yeah.
So the way it works now, and this one thing I'd love to change about Kickstarter is I put it up, and I even asked them, because I was putting my bunny up. I was like, where do people enter their names? I know I've seen Kickstarter before where you enter like a shirt size and things
Yeah.
like that. So I was like, where do I enter this information? And I asked them, they're like, oh, you in the survey. I was like, great, can I see the survey? And they're like, no, you get this, you can get access to the survey
Afterwards,
once
yeah.
it goes live. I was like,
Yeah.
I want to do that before. Why can't they get it now?
Yeah, I mean, I was really, I wish I could have tested the page more before it went live. It just was really nerve wracking.
It would be really nice if they let you just run through a
Yeah.
dummy page, like go through
Yeah.
the whole
Yeah.
process of
Mhm.
add-ons and everything, and see if it
Yep.
goes wrong. Because
Yep.
at one point I was going through just checking things, and I just happened to click on my products, and I had shipping to the UK as $168. That
Whoa!
was a typo. I
What a
was just
typo.
I was changing 16 to 18. But
I was
the
just,
6
I
didn't
started just
delete.
removing all the shipping costs. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. So,
Because I had to, because the first prices I had were just guesses, and then I went through and I adjusted them, but I guess that one I adjusted wrong. So but yeah, anyways, the bunnies on Kickstarter just launched yesterday, so there's still lots of time. It ends September 17th, so you can get yours, and basically you can get up to 4 bunnies, and they share shipping. So
Oh,
shipping's the same for 1 to 4 bunnies. Once you get more than that, then it starts doubling, because our
I
boxes
gotta
don't
say, it's
fit
pretty
anymore.
decent. You can get 4 bunnies for about $100.
Yeah, 4 bunnies, custom bunnies
Yeah.
with like real leather tags. Those aren't pleather or anything.
pretty
Ones
good.
actually are good.
There's
Yeah.
not going to be any funny business in the box, right? With all these bunnies together.
They're gonna
Yeah, you might
multiply,
get,
man.
you might
They're gonna
pack 4, but
multiply.
you might get 8.
right.
So but yeah, that's it. You know, one interesting thing about this is we submitted this for review for Kickstarter, and it came back and it failed.
What?
And I was like, what, why? And we got this long email, and they're like, well, you didn't claim AI use. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, I didn't, because I was like, I designed the bunny, I did the prototypes, I did everything. And when I talked to him, I was like, I didn't realize, because what I did was I took the photos, I mocked up the things, I did in Photoshop, but then I ran it through AI to adjust lighting.
Oh yeah.
Or if I needed a prop, like
Mhm.
there's some images toward the bottom, these little tiny ones, and I didn't have that prop, so I used the AI in Photoshop to make that prop, right? So they were like, I was like, I didn't realize like when I was thinking like to use AI, I was like, no, not to make the thing. I designed it myself. I drew the guy, I did the turnaround myself. I'm talking to the corporations. I didn't realize it was like, because I ran it through an AI program to adjust lighting and to scale, because I used like Topaz's AI. If I had an image that was too small and blurry, I used to blow it up and sharpen it. So I had to claim that I used it for that.
Ugh.
So if you go to the bottom, it says it's like no AI is used to make this product. This is my product. I designed it, but I did use it to like generate the odd prop, like a birthday cake. That I didn't have a birthday cake handy in the house.
You have to bake a whole cake just to take that photo.
So, and I'm not a photographer, so like my lighting was like sketchy. So I did that lighting, and I was like, it's not bad. And I was trying to fix it in Photoshop. I was like, it's okay. So I was like, but it's uneven. So I used Photoshop to like do some AI to do a pass, even out the lighting, and done. But the bunny's real. He's right here.
Yeah. I literally put on there. I use AI to know how much shipping was costing. Like how much should I charge for shipping to overseas versus what you call it? Because I was like, they said, do you use any sort of AI at all? I was like, well, I've never shipped to the UK, so let me go ahead and see how much that's going to cost. Okay, I use AI just for this only. So I'm like, that's all I did. Are we good to go? And they approved it. so they are very strict when it comes to that.
Hey, Ralph,
Wow.
I think Mark just threw up an AI video. I think we need to double check that bunny again.
Snow, tell them where they can find you. Go.
So you can be able to find me at Snowstorm Comics on Instagram. Of course, you can be able to find our series on Kickstarter at the Ash and Amber Series 1. Like I said, we have Today, again, is the last day that you can get the day one discount. After this, starting from tomorrow, assumingly 9:15 a.m. In the morning, it will has to go back to regular prices. But of course, you can also be able to find us on Instagram at Snowstorm Comics. You can find our mail chip, and we're also going to be at LA Comic Con in October. So that is our first time attending LA Comic Con, so we're excited for that. We will, of course, have our Rise of the Nephilim series there. We won't have, of course, Ash and Amber because Ash and Amber will be working on it at that time frame. But we'll definitely have some nice exclusive content specifically for LA Comic Con.
So Jeffrey, you're like giving me like West Coast envy now. I really wish I would have done so I could attend all these cons.
Same.
It's fantastic, but they're all big ones, right? Like I said, you all have like 9 million small ones, and I would like to at least 10, like 3 of them. Yeah, at least 3 of them. Because I don't know what they feel like. I have no idea what the experience is like. I feel like it sounds like a lot of them is hit or miss. So, but I still would like to try one out.
Well, I'll put you this on. It's open invitation to you and Mark. If you want to come down to New York and you have a con you want to go to, you stay at my house. I won't charge you rent. No big deal. Yeah, you're good.
Oh, I appreciate it. Okay.
You're welcome. You're good.
There you go. That's pretty good.
That's a great rate.
Do some over here.
Yep. My hotel where I went to New York Comic Con for the first time was a 2,300.
Whoa.
Yeah. So
it's ridiculous. It's just totally ridiculous.
I remember us discussing that. Oh.
That hurts the soul.
I will take you up on that. If the time comes when I'm actually in New York, I will do that.
Yeah, if you want a smaller con, Mark. Yeah, I mean, we got a great one in New Jersey. There's actually several in New Jersey that not nearly the size of New York, but you get like 4,000 or 5,000 people, so it's not too bad.
That's
also got LI tabletop, which is fantastic.
Yep.
I look at that as potentially 4,000 sales. So,
all right, Mr. Jesse. I know you're tired. You need to go to bed.
Bobbing and weaving.
Suck it up, Judy. Come on, enough already. So sick of the wussy, it's not my boot tonight.
Right. Sorry I was late, guys, but thank you for having me on.
No, you were taking care of business.
We're literally. We'll be at Anime NYC tomorrow, table N08. We're going to be debuting issue 2 of Ashes of Eden, what I'm calling a manga made accessible for Western audiences. And we're going to have a fun time. There's going to be prizes. There's going to be an opportunity for you to play with our new Halon crystals. So we've made them bigger and better. It's a crystal that has a secret season pass hidden inside. When you buy the crystal and tap it to your phone, it unlocks a season pass of the first 6 issues as they release. So we're currently behind the scenes working on issue 3. So you'll already get issues 1 and 2 inside your crystal. You'll get a link to follow issue 3 on Kickstarter, which is in pre-launch right now. Ashes of Eden issue 3 in pre-launch right now. And then, a bunch of fun covers for issue 1. A cover that we're sort of discontinuing, and we're kind of labeling it the Ancient Symbol cover. And really, to be honest with you, that was just the first logo I designed for it, and that's not the logo anymore. But now, this is the logo. We're very proud of it, very happy with it. This is issue 2. It gets scary, it gets spooky, but it also gets inspirational. And the goal of Ashes of Eden is kind of it's the story of this boy and this girl that come together and realize that someone is trying to erase history, specifically hers. This boy goes on digs for these ancient crystals, but instead one day he uncovers Eden, this girl from a forgotten civilization. And now Ash and Eden have to team up and peel back the lies of what they've been told this world is. So a little bit of the element of questioning the institutions that we're a part of, questioning, what we've been told are the norms. And at the end of that, they discover a secret society that is hell-bent on erasing the past, and specifically Eden. So yeah, dropping a little bit of hopefully media literacy into the story as well, helping younger readers start to ask the questions: who's on the other side of the media that I'm receiving? Who's on the other side of the messages that I'm getting? What do they want me to do? What actions do they want me to take? And from there, we can kind of hopefully build a world where we're not so reactive to the things we see online and in our media. And get a little bit more wise of like, who's on the other side of that? Who wants me to do what? Sprinkling in some esoteric mystery along the way. So we're having fun.
I can't wait for the video.
I will say that I feel like this is perhaps the most voice actor group I have ever been in terms of, I was just listening to everyone talking. I was just like, holy crap. We literally could probably do an animation ourselves with the voice talent that we have literally in I was just listening to everyone talk. I was like, first of all, you all have great voices.
You too.
Mark has a fantastic mic, which I can tell immediately. So I was like, oh, we could do something.
Jeffrey, I'm sorry. I think you really need to check your hearing because I'm sorry, man. There's no way you're here. Listen to me now. I'm sorry. It's just no way.
We've seen your videos, Paul. You can't even say that.
Yeah,
I distort my voice for that reason. You understand? I go through like a voice modifier for that reason. That's probably the only way they hit me on AI all the time. So
folks, I knew today's show was going to run long because I knew it was going to be an hour and a half. But go check out all these beautiful people. If you guys are at Anime NYC this weekend, come say hi to Jesse. Come say hi to Ralph. Come say hi to Manny. Go see if you can find Roaming Tony.
I'm like hurting now. I'm thinking Sunday. I'm trying to like bite the bullet. I'm thinking Sunday now. It's like I'm like freaking convention movie now. It's just like, why can't I exhibit it anyway? Anime NYC. Why can't I do that? Why can't I go to Los Angeles and exhibit too?
I can just see the professor walking around all the way from all through Anime NYC being professory.
It's $78 a pop if you walk into New York. That's right.
It is.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's expensive. All right, folks. See you this weekend. Of course, Monday we will be doing our show again here, Applebite, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and Wednesday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Mark will be back on the show again soon because his bunny goes for another month. Yeah. And of course, Jesse's always here. Paul's always here, and we've been bringing Snow a lot more often. And I feel like I like this geek group.
No, this is a chill group. I like this.
All right, folks. On this show, when it ends, I press the button. And where it stops.